Today guys, I'm taking my very first trip to Alton Towers for the 2024 season and you're invited along for the journey. Strap yourselves in where we'll be flying through time, plummeting to the ground, feeding those flames as well as meeting Nemesis Reborn for the very first time and so much more. We start our trip at the Alton Towers Hotel. I checked in online the day before, then picked up our keys at the hotel reception before heading down the corridor to find our Artic Explorer room. We've made it! We've just checked in and it was fairly quick. It's all electronic now, which I'm a bit of a electronic phobe, but it was fine. We have booked an Artic Explorer room again because I really liked it, but it doesn't look as clean as what it was last year. I'll give you a quick tour. As you can see, I'm in an Artic Explorer room again. I do love these rooms. We just have a bathroom. Hello! But it's not as clean, unfortunately. You get a nice bath, a nice shower, plenty of towels, toilet roll. Just get some nice little shower gels and things like that. It's pretty cool. Sorry, my clicky ankles. But yeah, it's not as clean, but it smells clean. We got some complimentary chocolates. I spoke to somebody because there's like a few things going on in my personal life, and Alton Towers are really nice and they've left us some complimentary chocolates, which is I'm going to be so northern right now, dead canny. So thank you very much for that, Alton Towers. Have a nice comfy bed, hopefully. And then obviously have another spare bed, which we won't be using. A couple of chairs. Do you like my smiler suitcase? You have to do the personalisation. We've got quite a nice... We have a lovely view from the room. Very nice. I think... which one is that one? Is that still the Alton Towers Hotel? And then the CBBS one is to the left. And then we do get some tea and coffee and some biscuits. These ones are my favourite. I even get an ironing board. An iron. Some drawers. Oh yes, which I'm pleased about. A fridge, just a small fridge. Very good. That's... doesn't smell. I watched a video from Walk With Me Tim who stayed in one of the what was it? What's it called again? The moon landing ones or something. I can't remember which hotel room it was in the Alton Towers Hotel, but apparently the fridge wasn't working and it stank. So that one's fresh. I'll be using it. And then there's also a safe and a phone, which I never use, but I do. I absolutely love this room. I just love everything about it. It's just so calm and peaceful. I really do love it. And then there's the TV on the wall and a nice big mirror, which I'm not gonna show my fat bum in. But yeah, we're just gonna get settled now, and tomorrow It is Alton Towers, which I've never really been on a weekend before, and I've only ever done opening weekend once, and that was for the Smiler, but I've never done it again, just for the queues. But I don't really have any significant opportunities to go during the week now, so yeah, this was the one opportunity I had to come down, so I wasn't going to pass that one up. So yeah, I'll take you into the theme park and we can see Nemesis. I've just seen this. I'm not fully sure what this is. Let's have a look. Please find and close your hotel wristbands. All right, it's so you can get into the Galactica Gate. Oh, you get a paper map. Oh, I'm so pleased you get a paper map now, because I get so sick. Like, I'm on my phone all the time, especially vlogging. So it's just nice to have something like this so you don't have to constantly refer to your phone. So I like that. I'm pleased that they've brought back the maps. Oh, and then a little note from the director. All right, and then our wristbands. Okay. I'm not fully sure if I'm going to be going the Galactica route tomorrow, because I've booked Fast Pass. I've booked Platinum Fast Pass so I can get on Nemesis Fast Track. I've got no idea how the Fast Pass is going to work out. It was expensive, but I knew it was going to be busy, so I just wanted to book it, because I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get to come down. So just because of things that are happening in my life right now. But yeah, until tomorrow, I'll give you another whip round the room. After settling down, we decided to head to the Secret Garden restaurant. We walked past the central stage of the Alton Towers Hotel, where they have various entertainment shows throughout the evening. Tonight was all about the singing. I also spotted an advert for Nemesis Reborn, so that got me very excited for Sunday. The Secret Garden restaurant is a pleasant atmosphere and unusually quiet, considering the hotel was sold out on opening weekend. Both of us decided to order the burger, and despite the poor reviews online, the burger was very tasty with fresh ingredients alongside some fresh, piping hot, skinny cut chips. So that was a pleasant surprise before heading to bed for an early start in the morning. Morning guys, to a very wet Alton Towers. Luckily my husband brought his coat. I'm just walking quite early to the theme park. I thought I may as well, just because it was horrendous yesterday. I'm probably way too early, but never mind, let's go. Guys, I wore totally inappropriate shoes. Hang on, and my feet are already wet. Oh no. I'm wearing these sun shoes, but they're just getting wet already. I'm actually pleased that I'm staying in the hotel tonight. Oh no. Guys, I am literally the only one. Oh, I find it so funny, but hey, I'd rather this and just go and stand underneath a building for an hour rather than be in a constant, like, a load of queue. But oh god, I'm so pleased my husband brought this because I'd be absolutely drenched by now. Oh god. Oh, it wasn't meant to rain either. It was meant to be totally fine. It was meant to be lovely and sunny all day today. The weather, I just don't know why I actually pay attention. But anyway, it's like a 20-minute walk to the theme park, so I'm just having a leisurely walk down, and then it opens at 9, so I'll be able to go to the guest services and get my fast track, and then I'm just going to head straight to Nemesis and see what it's like. But apparently people were queuing from like 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and there's literally nobody. So there's nobody on this path. So yeah, I'm expecting to be the only person there. I really am. Okay, I'm nearly there. So I'm just going to try and find a bit of shelter somewhere, I think, and just hang out. No, I'm quite literally the only person. I've been way too keen. I made my way to the entrance, and luckily I wasn't the only one daft enough to get to the gates super early in the pouring rain. Everyone started running straight for Forbidden Valley while I headed to the resort box office to pick up my fast track wristband. And I'm heading to pick up my fast track. I got my wristband. And now I'm literally heading where everybody else is heading. So I might run. Oh my god, the queue already. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this looks insane. I'm so pleased I've got fast track because that queue was insane already and it's not even open. Alton Towers really have outdone themselves with the brand new theming of Forbidden Valley, complete with sound effects, music and the complete renovation of Nemesis. From the station to the complete retrack for the coaster's 30-year anniversary. For those that didn't know, the original Nemesis was first debuted at Alton Towers in 1994. been on Nemesis and the queue is horrendous. But I remember why it's my favourite B&M invert now, because it's the right amount of twists and turns and intensity without making you grey out. But the queue is huge, so I'm heading over to Wickerman now. The theming is also insane. But right now I'm gonna see if Alton Manor is open. I made my way to the Curse of Alton Manor, but unfortunately it was closed due to technical problems. This ride does seem to have been plagued by unreliability since its opening in 2023. I decided to head straight to Wickerman to feed those flames. The sun is shining! The Wickerman has got a 65-minute queue. I've just been on it twice in half an hour with my fast track. Now I'm heading to the Smiler, but you definitely need fast track, I think, because the queues are insane. I headed straight for the Smiler and rode it twice in 15 minutes. Can you believe it? Oblivion was closed due to technical problems, so I decided to have a third ride on Smiler in the hope that Oblivion would have reopened by the time I got back off. The fast track queue is great. I've just been on Smiler in 5 minutes and I'm going on it again. Oblivion was still closed and I got a little dizzy after 3 rides on the Smiler, so I decided to walk past the stunning historical towers to check out the queues for Rita and 13 in the dark forest. Some lovely people I met at Nemesis Reborn on the morning were there in the area and told me that Rita was only running 1 train and operations at 13 were slow, so I decided to give these rides a miss this time around. Unfortunately, Hex, the Legend of the Towers, was also still closed. It was closed for the whole of the 2023 season. Yeah, the fast passes are really long, so I'm not going to bother because I'm not that bothered about them rides. But Oblivion was down, Galactica is down, so I checked the app and noticed that Oblivion had reopened, so I decided to head back to X Sector and had 2 rides on Oblivion. It's safe to say that I find Oblivion to be the scariest roller coaster in the park. When I got off, I noticed that the Smiler had just broken down, so I was very pleased to have got 3 rides in earlier on. I've just grabbed myself a bottle of water and a chocolate bar, and then I'm going to head back to Nemesis, but I'm going to get a ride on Wickerman and hopefully the Curse. I'm not going to bother with Dark Forest today because Rita is on a single train and the fast track queue is really long, and apparently 13 is running really slow, and I'm not that keen on that ride. So I've just had 2 rides on Oblivion, I've had 3 rides on Smiler, I've had 2 rides on Wickerman, bearing in mind how busy it is today, and then I'm going to head back to Nemesis. But right now I'm going to get a drink and eat my chocolate. After another 2 rides on the Wickerman, I made my way through Gloomy Wood to see if the Curse of Alton Manor had opened. Unfortunately, the ride was still closed, so I made my way back to Forbidden Valley to ride Nemesis Reborn again and to soak up the atmosphere. I've just been on Nemesis 2 times and I got a front row ride, and oh my god, on the front, that is my favourite roller coaster in Alton Towers. That was awesome. As if there is an actual queue for the merch store. I make it time for Galactica, the park's B&M flying roller coaster, which was the first of its kind in the world. I'd love to see this ride get a new retheme and a lick of paint so that it ties in with the new Forbidden Valley. Right now, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
From all of us here at Galactica, have a wonderful flight.
heading back to Nemesis again. Okay, I've just done my 6th go on Nemesis, so I think I need to call it quits before I start to feel sick. So I'm going to try and see if Curse of Alton Manor is open. If that's on, I'll get on that. And then I'm going to see if I can get on Rita, because I quite like launch coasters. And then come back to Nemesis to finish, I think, if I can grab a ride on Wickerman as well.
What would you do if it was you? What would you do if it was you?
When I got to the Curse of Alton Manor, I saw that it was open, so I quickly made my way to the entrance. The pre-show really is fantastic, and I do enjoy some of the effects on the ride itself. I couldn't resist another ride on the Wickerman. Oh, and now I'm running to get Nemesis in as a last ride. Oh, wish me luck. I made it. I'm still fairly fit. The track detail of Nemesis Reborn is something I've never seen before on a roller coaster and really adds to the overall look. I really hope that Alton Towers will look after it. I arrived at Nemesis at 4:45 and had a ride on the second off back row, before running around to the entrance at 5:05 for my last ride of the day. I was over the moon as my last ride was on the front row, my very favourite row.
Everything is under control. And what is 10 at all around the
So, did I have a good day? Of course I did. I mean, there were quite a few ride closures which did annoy me a bit for the first half of the day, but despite this, I still managed 5 rides on the Wickerman, 3 rides on the Smiler, 2 rides on Oblivion, 1 ride on Galactica, 1 ride on the Curse of Alton Manor, and a total of 8 rides on Nemesis Reborn. Make sure to check out my Nemesis Reborn reaction video posted here on the channel. There are flat rides such as Gangster Granny, Hex, Curse of Alton Manor and Nemesis Subterra, but since the removal of their temporary retro squad rides, they really are lacking in this department. Hopefully we'll see more investment in more permanent flat rides in the future. The real disappointment of the trip was the hotel room. The room was quite dirty and there was some really noisy plumbing in the bathroom which started to get on my nerves after a few hours. On this occasion, the room wasn't worth the premium price tag, and I really think it's time for Alton Towers to start refurbishing the hotel and making some big improvements. Either that or make the hotel cheaper to reflect the overall room quality service that you're actually getting. Overall though, it was a fab day out where I enjoyed making the most of my fast track and getting plenty of rides in on the new for 2024 Nemesis Reborn. The front row is definitely my favourite. I can't wait for the VIP experience in June. Make sure to support my channel and hit subscribe. Catch you on the next adventure.